China is cooking the books on coal. A shocking new report finding they are underreporting how much coal they use each year by a whopping 17%. The news coming just as the UN gets ready for its climate change summit at the end of this month. And evac, isn't this more proof it's time to stop making phony deals on climate change?
Yeah, it is, because you know what? China is joining these other nations saying that essentially we will not sign a climate change deal unless America and other developed countries pony up $100 billion each or whatever the number is. China's carbon emissions, by the way, has outstripped most of the other developing world, the rest of the world combined over the last decade or so. And they're a smaller economy. China is only promising by 2030 to start basically curtailing, carbon emission levels. But what level will they be at by then?
And Bruce, surprise, surprise, the Chinese are cheating on the numbers. I mean, we've known they've been cheating. We just didn't know it was this much. Why should we make a deal with somebody who's cheating on the numbers like this?
Listen, they're a big player, and I mean, we need to continue to engage them and be diplomatic about this. I mean, we cannot just walk away from them and not talk to them. I think it's important that we continue to engage them and go through diplomacy and continue to do that path.
Well, Mike, you think income redistribution is really at the heart of all this. Explain.
Of course. Well, look at what's happened in the Antarctica, Dave. The Obama administration for years was telling us the ice is melting, the ice is melting. Oh, we're all doomed. Now reports come out there's actually more ice in the Antarctica than there has been in the past. The Obama uses these scare tactics to increase regulation and increase taxes so he can funnel money to his friends who make solar panels and punish the coal companies.
Yeah, and John, it is true that a lot of these deals just have the idea at the end of it of moving money from rich countries to poor countries.
Yeah, don't make the deals, but let's cheer on China. Here's this once desperately poor country that increasingly is embracing the profit motive, and its people are using more and more of the world's resources. This is a great thing, not a bad thing. Why make deals to shrink resource usage?
But, Sabrina, the point is they're cheating, and we're making a deal with cheaters, and our EPA is pushing this down the throats of taxpayers. It's costing us all.
I mean, we just talked about why our power is slipping in the world. This is why. It's embarrassing, and I'm sure the Chinese are laughing at us, that the Clean Power Plan is requiring that the United States cut their emissions by 32% over the next 15 years, at which point they are supposed to start thinking about making changes. And if they don't, we have absolutely no recourse. I think it's embarrassing. It makes us look foolish, and it's exactly why we're losing powerful footing.
Carrie, December, that's when we're going over there to Paris for these new deal-making sessions, and the Chinese are going to be a part of it. Should we be making deals with them?
Well, no, because China, all its figures are questionable. Research for the American Enterprise Institute think tank has shown this, whether it's their GDP figures, whether it's their emissions figures. I mean, they make ghost cities to make up that there are actually people living in places where they're not. So it's just highly questionable. The rule of law is not prevalent there. So we really need to have a question mark over every deal.
By the way, evac, you think that 17% figure is undervaluing the amount of coal they're using. They may be cheating even more than that.
It's probably double or quadruple that. We don't even know.
All right. Coming up, a new survey finding more than 8 in 10 shoppers clipping coupons to cut their spending. Our informers have the stocks that could help you put those scissors down for good.
The Informer is brought to you by MFS. We believe in the power of active investment management.
At MFS Investment Management, we believe active management can protect capital long term. Active management can tap global insights. Active management can take calculated risks. Active management can seek to outperform. Because active investment management isn't reactive, it's active.